What's up everybody, Legit here. Thank you for tuning in. Today's video I'm going to be covering the 5 classes that are going to be launching with Black Desert Mobile on December 12th. I did get into the soft launch, so I did get access a couple days ago to these 5 classes. The 5 classes are the Warrior, the Ranger, the Witch, the Giant, and the Valkyrie. I know you're probably thinking right now that it only comes with 5 classes, and you're right, initially it does. However, the PC version does have 17 classes at the moment. The other countries that I do know of, like Korea, has 11. Some of the other ones have 9. So we are going to be getting more classes down the road as those classes do come out. I will be posting them here on my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know when that content comes out. I do want to make one side note before we begin, that this is just my opinion on the classes. There is only 5 initially. Ultimately, you should be playing a class that you're going to have fun with, not the meta, not what's strongest now, because this class, as this game evolves, the metas change. So therefore, your class that's strong now isn't going to be strong down the future. So play a class that you like and enjoy. Up first, we have the Ranger. The Ranger is an elven female who pre-awakening uses a longbow and a dagger. She is a very mobile character class, which presents a quick style of play, which I prefer. I enjoy that mobility. Because she does have so much mobility, the drawback is she cannot take a lot of hits. She is a weaker defensive character. She does have great PvE content clear. She is good in larger scale PvE. She is also higher on the resource consumption side as far as stamina goes. She does go through stamina pretty quickly. She is very good on a 1v1 scale. She has a lot of CCs and stuns, and her mobility plays a factor in that. Her large scale PvP isn't the strongest. She does offer value as long as she can stay out of range and not take a lot of damage, as she is on the weaker side. She is probably the hardest class to learn and to master, but she offers a different style of play that I personally enjoy. Because she is harder to master, she is also very strong as far as damage goes, whether it's on the PvE clear, whether it's mobs, or it's on those boss fights. She goes into the dungeons, and then 1v1. Her weakest area, again, is she just can't be caught, she can't be touched. She is very weak as far as the damage goes. But if you're a type of person that likes that type of challenge, to be able to be mobile, move, but do a lot of damage, knowing that you can't get hit, this is definitely the class for you. And that is the Ranger class. Next up, we have the male Giant. He does dual wield axes. He is a tankier melee class. He does do a lot of in-your-grill abilities. He is great for grinding PvE content as well, as he has a lot of AoE damages. As far as PvP 1-on-1, he is one of the stronger classes because he is tankier and he does dish out a lot of damage. For Guild Wars, he's not the strongest one. He doesn't offer a lot of support. And because he does have to be in your grill, he is a melee class. He isn't the strongest because, melee classes take a lot more damage when you have to be up in the close proximity. So he's not the strongest for Guild Wars. For farming, he's good. For PvP, he's good. Farming content. As far as a character to play, he's super fun to play. He's aggressive. I enjoyed him a lot. That is the Giant class. The Warrior, the great equalizer for every MMO. You can always count on a warrior and a mage being in every MMO. With that being said, we have the male Warrior. He does use a shield and a longsword. He is a tankier melee combat character class. For grind and PvE content, he's not the strongest. He does take a little bit more time. He doesn't have as many AoE abilities to clear that content. For PvP on a 1-on-1 scale, he is actually one of the more stronger classes, simply because he is tankier and because a lot of his abilities are more single target abilities as opposed to AoE and mob abilities. PvP on a large scale, again, he's not the strongest in that category either because of his single target abilities. As far as gameplay, He is pretty fun to play. I wouldn't say he was as fun as the Giant or the Ranger so far that we've already shown you. But again, that is simply my opinion. To each their own. Everybody plays these games differently. That's just my opinion. Last thing I'll talk about is skill ceiling. This class and character does have a very high skill ceiling. They do grow better than a lot of classes with the leveling process and with the gear process, so they do have that advantage as well. That is the warrior class. Up next, we have the Valkyrie. This is a human female. She is blessed with sacred powers. She is great at balancing offensive and defensive skills, dealing immense damage at close range while supporting allies with buffs and recovery skills. She can be very effective in all scenarios if played correctly and geared correctly. So this is one of those classes that's going to take a lot more time and a lot more precision, kind of like the Ranger class. You're not going to be able to just jump right into this class like a Giant or a Witch and be able to grind easily and play the game. This is going to be a little bit more of a challenging class, kind of like the Warrior is. And that is the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie is decent for farming PvE content and grinding. It's not one of the strongest ones, but again, not one of the weakest ones. As far as for 1v1 PvP, she's right in the middle as well, with not the strongest, not the weakest. Skill ceiling, she does have a high skill ceiling in that content though, so she does get stronger as her gear gets better and she levels up. For Guild Wars, she isn't the strongest as well. She does have that heal and the support ability to enhance the allies, but again, she's not super effective in Guild Wars. She is a very fun character to play. She does offer both the healing and the attack. She is in your grill as far as a tank. It's one of those jack of all trades and masters of none. That's the situation I feel like for the Valkyrie. And the last class we have is the Witch. Female, uses a staff and a dagger. This is one of the strongest classes in the game. This will be the most overplayed class in the game. This is the strongest PvE content clearer, the strongest PvP on a large scale content clearer, and they're highly sought after for Guild Wars because of their ability that helps defend everybody that's in a circle area. So witches are going to be a very, very strong class. The weakness for a witch would be one-on-one PvP. They're not the strongest in that area, but where they lack in the small-scale PvP, they make up on the Guild Wars and the large-scale PvP, as well as the content clear. As far as playstyle, they are super fun class to play. Instead of a roll, they do a flash, which is ideal for most mage range classes to have that flash. Like I said, as far as playstyle, they are really fun. They are on the squishier side again, so you can't take a lot of hits. So you got to make sure you're constantly dodging the attacks and the abilities. But aside from that, this is a very fun class to play. And it will be the most popular class when this game fully comes out globally. That is the fifth and final class for the Black Desert Mobile. That is coming out December 12th. The classes that are projected to come out after that is going to be the Musa and the Meiwa class, followed up with the Kunoichi and the Ninja. After that, we're supposed to be getting the Dark Knight and the Striker in that order. But again, that's projected. That's what came out for the other versions and for the PC. I can't guarantee that they're going to be in that order. Once I find out, I definitely will, let you guys know. And the last thing I'll leave you with is, in the end, the best class to play is the one that you have the most fun with. All the classes in the game are going to be fun for everybody individually, as long as you make it fun. I don't personally think one of the two of the classes is as fun as some of the other ones, but that's okay. That's my opinion. That's why they're going to be giving us classes, and new classes are going to be coming out as the game releases. That is everything, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with the latest content, and I will see you next time.